Here at Cal State East Bay, we offer many programs, including study abroad. And this past summer, a new study abroad program was introduced by Dr. Lawson. Let's talk to him and see what he has to say.
The first time I ever envisioned a study abroad program in London was about 5 summers ago when I was at the University of Maryland. I had a friend from Florida State University call me, and I thought he was joking when he said, "Hey, is your passport up to date?" Because next thing you knew, I was in London 2 weeks later conducting a study abroad program. Now, it was originally a program from Florida State, but what I had done was I took the best parts that I liked about it, changed it, adapted, and then took it to the University of Maryland, and ever since then it's been history. It's been a great thing ever since then. Well, I was really excited to bring it to East Bay because there were no other faculty-led study abroad programs. Here at East Bay, students could do study abroad. They could do student exchanges, but those are kind of done on an individual level, one-on-one, where the student from here goes to another university of their choosing. But what I like about faculty-led study abroad programs is you know all the other students that are going with you, you know the professor, and you don't have to worry about the credits transferring because you're taking them from your own school. It takes all the guesswork out of it. Well, what's really fun about study abroad programs, what's really interesting, what's really unique about study abroad programs is the way that you learn. You get to do the traditional stuff in the classroom. You have to do reading, you have class discussions, you have lectures. But what's really fun is to be able to take that learning out into the streets, out into the environment, out into the public places of a foreign country. It's learning like no other. It's one thing to be able to talk about something, say for instance, if you're in an art class and you're talking about Van Gogh's Sunflowers. It's one thing to look at it in a book. It's another thing to be able to go to the National Art Gallery in London and look at Van Gogh's Sunflower and actually see it right there. It's one thing to sort of watch Shakespeare on TV, right? Or read Shakespeare. It's a whole nother thing to go see Shakespeare live in the Globe. Here in America, we decided to focus our attention when it came to film on narratives, which are Hollywood movies. The British decided to do something different. They put their emphasis on documentary films. So the British have the most museums, they have the most archives, they have the most institutions, they have the most artists and individuals that actually practice the art and craft of documentary for their livelihood. We simply don't have it in America. You couldn't do a documentary study abroad program anywhere else in the world except for London. Well, it's beneficial to students first off because it gets them thinking about their citizenship at a global level. It gets them thinking about their responsibilities beyond just the East Bay community. It connects students also to history and culture that is unique and different from what they're used to. It takes pioneers out of their comfort zone and it makes them think and really sort of engage the world around them in a very critical way. I mean, London is one of the most hyper-saturated media environments in the world. And when you're there producing media, it gets students to sort of think about the whole process that's involved with media, from invention, production, post-production, and then distribution, and then ultimately how media is received. I really noticed our pioneers really seemed to benefit from the study abroad program when they got back from the program. The lessons that they learned over there, the things that they saw, the people that they met, the things that they did are really having more of a profound impact on them now that we're here. And the influence that it's having on their growth, on their identity, on the way that they see the world and the way that they see issues, it's completely changed their perspective. It was such an amazing and such a humbling experience to watch these pioneers step out and step away from the East Bay and really, really submerge themselves and give their all to a study abroad program. I was honestly very proud of the way that they conducted themselves like professionals and like adults, and they were so mature. And the thing that I'm most proud of is the work that they ended up producing. You can really tell we have some talented filmmakers, we have some PR masters, and we have some marketing geniuses here at Cal State East Bay. So I've taken Seminoles from Florida State University, I've taken Terrapins from the University of Maryland, and I'll tell you right now, pound for pound, I'll take my pioneers any day because they were hungrier. They wanted it more. They were so, I'll take pioneers any day of the week over any other student body because of the desire that they brought to the program, because of the passion and their just sheer desire to learn. You could see it in their faces. They were always on time, they were always prepared. We never had any problems with losing equipment or equipment getting damaged at all because they were so cautious and they were so aware of just how precious this time was over there. And you could tell they weren't messing around. Some of my other students from previous trips, I think they could afford this luxury and they sort of took it a little bit nonchalant. With the East Bay Pioneers, there was no messing around. Every single minute, every single hour we were over there, we got the most for our value. Well, what's interesting is they've decided to continue doing faculty-led study abroad programs here at East Bay, and at first they're going to start doing this on a competitive basis. And I am very excited to offer and propose the London Study Abroad program. So hopefully we'll have the London program for the foreseeable future.
That program sounds amazing. Hopefully I'll get to go. This is Megan Fontana Juarez signing out. Back to you in the studio.